welcome to the broadcast of news at 9 p.m. on Psalm TV, the Pulse of the Nation. You can also follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. Now the major headlines. National news. Sidi Alta elected AFDB president to succeed Nigerian Adesina in September. WAEC apologized after student write WAEC at night in Taraba and Ogun. In commemoration of his 2 years in office, Governor Agbo Kefas commissioned new transformers to boost electricity supply, distributes 1 billion naira worth of medical equipment statewide, and launches C4 agriculture scheme, while NERC issued new digital billing rules for discos, bonds, and cash payments. International news. U.S. court blocks Trump-era tariff cite lack of legal authority. Business news. RMAFC launches anti-corruption unit to boost international transparency. Entertainment news. NAPTIP summons Speed Darlington over alleged sex with minor. Sport news. 6 Nigerian footballers win European League titled in 2024-2025 season. I'm Bridget James, and now the news in full. Mauritania's Sidi Alta has been elected as the 9th president of the African Development Bank Group. His victory was announced during the bank's annual meeting held in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, following a series of votes by the Board of Governors, which includes finance ministers and central bank governors from 81 members' countries. Ta, who will resume office on September 1st, 2025, succeeds Nigerian Dr. Akin Wumi Adesina after a decade of leadership. He defeated 4 other candidates, including contenders from Senegal, Zambia, Chad, and South Africa, with a PhD in economics from the University of Nice, Sophia Antipolis in France, and executive training from Harvard and London Business School. Ta brings extensive experience, having served as Mauritania's Minister of Economic Affairs and as Director General of the Arab Bank for Economic Development in Africa. During his campaign, he focused on expanding infrastructure, integrating the informal economy, mobilizing private investment, and addressing climate change. His election comes at a critical time as the continent faces mounting economic and environmental pressure. The West African Examination Council has apologized after some students were forced to sit for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination at night in parts of Taraba and Ogun states. WAEC head of National Office in Nigeria, Amos Damgood, explained the decision was made after intelligence suggested the scheduled paper might be compromised. To prevent leakage, the exam was rescheduled at short notice. Dangote acknowledged the delay and compounded by logistics issues, including a vehicle breakdown that disrupted timely delivery of materials in Taraba. He assured the public that measures are now in place to prevent a reoccurrence. Still of students and youth matters, youth across Taraba State have commended Governor Agbo Kefas for significant achievements in education, infrastructure, and youth empowerment during his 2 years office. Speaking at a town hall meeting in Jalingo, the pressed reforms such as free and compulsory education and exam sponsorship, while urging the government to extend its support to tertiary level scholarship for deserving but financially constrained students. Some TV correspondent Lillian Yakubu has the details.
Taraba youth have lauded the administration of Governor Agbu Kefas for delivering tangible progress in just 2 years, especially in education, infrastructure, and youth empowerment. Speaking during a town hall and media chat marking the administration's second anniversary, the governor highlighted achievements including the implementation of free and compulsory education, the construction of new schools, and full sponsorship of WAEC and NETCO examinations. He also emphasized strides in security, civil service reform, energy and land administration, and digital innovation, while announcing future plans to train young people in AI, bus tourism, and expand rural electrification. Governor Kefas reaffirmed his administration's commitment to inclusive growth, transparency, and human capital development, pledging continued investment in education, technology, and public service.
In these 2 years, we have made visible progress. But more importantly, we have built a foundation quietly, intentionally, and with you at the center of it all. In the past, our schools were collapsing, families carried the burden alone. Today, education is free and compulsory. Additionally to that, we have purchased uniforms, sandals, school materials, digital tablets, school bags and books, which will be distributed very soon. We have also paid for WAEC, NECO, NATEC, and DSE exams. Currently, construction of 60 modern schools is ongoing across the state as our pilot projects, because the infrastructures in our school is not standard for our children. Previously, security was fragile and uncoordinated. Now, we have deployed hundreds of operational and patrol vehicles, more than 1,000 motorcycles for special security purposes, and introduced modern tracking tools. We have military forward operating bases in a place in Ukari and Karelamino local government areas.
The town hall meeting created a platform for direct dialogue as residents and media engaged the governor on key issues, with hopes high that the state's youth center policies will continue to deepen opportunity and drive inclusive development. Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
In a renewed push to strengthen critical infrastructure, Taraba State Governor Dr. Agbu Kefas has commissioned a fresh batch of electricity transformers aimed at improving power supply across the state. The move is part of his administration's broader commitment to revamping the energy sector and enhancing service delivery to communities long affected by inconsistent electricity. Some TV correspondent has the details.
Administration infrastructural strides, Governor Dr. Agbu Kefas has commissioned newly acquired electricity transformers to improve power distribution across Taraba State. The commissioning ceremony was held at the Ministry of Energy and Economic Development in Jalingo. Governor Agbu Kefas reaffirmed his government's commitment to revamping the energy sector, expressed confidence that Taraba is on the path of energy self-sufficiency. He noted that the consistent investment include plans for hydroelectric power plants. The state will soon enjoy more stable electricity. He also urged citizens to use power responsibly. Also speaking at the event, the Commissioner for Energy and Economic Development, Engineer Naomi Tanko Abu, highlighted the positive impact the new transformer will have on communities facing long-standing electricity challenges. She said the transformer will significantly reduce power outage, improve daily living conditions, and help stimulate local economic activities across the state.
11 TV, 500 TV. this one is 300k. That one. Because it's 500k. The bigger one is 500k.
The intervention is expected to booster Taraba's push towards improving infrastructure and economic growth, especially in underserved areas. Faith Apollos reporting for Som TV.
In a related development, as part of his administration's continued drive to strengthen public services, Governor Abu Kefres has launched the distribution of medical equipment worth over 1 billion naira across Taraba State. The initiative flagged off at the Essential Drugs Warehouse in Jalingo, targets all 16 local government areas and aim to significantly improve healthcare delivery, from hospitals' beds to advanced diagnosis tools. The equipment is expected to enhance medical response and patient care statewide. Sound TV correspondent completes the report.
Administration growing record of impactful reforms, Governor Abu Kefres has launched the distribution of medical equipment valued at over 1 billion naira across Taraba State. The event took place at the Essential Drug Warehouse in Jalingo, marking a major push to upgrade healthcare delivery across all 16 local government areas. Governor Kefres urged hospitals to put the new equipment to proper use and emphasize accountability. He also stated that he planned to personally visit healthcare centers to ensure the equipment is being effectively utilized.
To ensure that all these things gets to where it's possible and let them be properly used, keep them on rotation and use them. So I'll visit those hospitals to see how they're being used. And I think more are coming. So after this flag out, the other ones that are coming does not require any plan. So just keep. On this note, to the glory of God, I want to flag off this equipment to be used for the safety, healing, and also comfort of our sick people. For this note, I commission this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Bodia Buma, praised the governor's dedication to healthcare transformation. He said the newly acquired medical tools, including X-ray machines, beds, wheelchair, and other life-saving equipment, will boost efficiency and improve service delivery across the state's health facilities. Dr. Buma also called on citizens to continue supporting the governor's efforts to uplift the health sector. Also lending his voice to the occasion, the state chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Abubakar Bawa, commended the initiatives. He described the distribution as a testament to the governor's unwavering commitment to revitalizing healthcare and delivering tangible benefits to the people of Taraba.
Well, first of all, we thank Almighty Allah who has brought us this time. I first of all want to appreciate God because what is happening or what we are seeing is not something that is new. We are all aware. Immediately he came to office as the governor of the state. He started distributing fertilizer free to farmers. It never happened. Apart from that, there are so many things that happen. They are too practical that everybody knows. And this one, for me, that I've been going out, if you go to some of our clinics in the villages, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised because the type of equipment and the type of drugs you will see there, you'll not believe it. But ourselves, that we are politicians, we used to go around and see it by ourselves. So there are practical things that the governor has done wonderfully well. Thank you.
With this last intervention, hospitals across the state are expected to see marked improvement in patient care and emergency response capability. Faith Apollos reporting for Som TV.
Still from Taraba State, adding to the growing portfolio of reforms under his leadership, Governor Dr. Agbo Kefas has unveiled a landmark agricultural intervention, the Taraba Initiative for Farmland and Forest Occupation, known as TIFOR, launched at the Agricultural Mechanization Project headquarters in Jalingo. The initiative also included a statewide distributions of free fertilizer to farmers, reinforcing the administration's drive towards food security, economic growth, and rural empowerment. Sun TV correspondent completes the report.
Part of the growing list of achievements under the current administration, Governor Dr. Agbo Kefas has launched another bold intervention in Taraba State agricultural sector, the Taraba Initiative for Farmland and Forest Occupation, or TIFO. The event held at the Agricultural Mechanization Project headquarters in Jalingo also marked the distribution of free fertilizers to farmers, reinforcing the government's commitment to food security and rural development. Governor Kefas said the initiative goes beyond farming, aiming to empower people, open up more lands for cultivations, and drive economic growth. He reaffirmed the agriculture remains the foundation of Taraba's prosperity, and his administration is investing in it with both vision and intent. He also revealed that the TIFO bills would soon be submitted to the State House of Assembly for approval, and appointed the Emir of Muri, His Royal Highness Al-Haji Abbas Njida Tafida, to lead the initiative.
Today we are taking another bold step to support our farmers and strengthen our food security. That is why we are here. There is no other better time than now. So with this flag off, we are going to distribute free fertilizers to farmers across the 16 local governments. This effort is part of our broader vision under the Taraba Initiative for Farmland and Forest Occupation called TIFO. This is a program that we are going to announce today. And this program is to open up our land, improve our inputs, support cooperatives, create an opening for funding for farmers, attract investors into agriculture. Your Royal Highness, the Emir of Muri, I want to especially thank you for your truthful speech. I thank God that today we are alive. I remember when I was PDP State Party Chairman, you took me to your farm. We had some very, very serious, sincere conversations from your heart. And I was always looking up to God to give me the opportunity so that all this your outcry will be executed. And I thank God that today, I'm the governor here today, and you are still here strong and healthy. So this Taraba Initiative for Farmland and Forest Occupation, known as TIFO, which I'm going to send to the House of Assembly to enact it as a law, will be headed by you to expand the scope of the assignment that we gave you earlier before now.
The Emir accepted the responsibilities with pride, noting that TIFO will bring real development to rural farmers and help strengthen local food system, promising tangible impact for Taraba communities.
We cannot go anywhere unless we look at the past and look at the future. So we thank him for all the distributions. But don't forget, while I'm a farmer, I am also an investor and a businessman. And my intention, which has become the intention of the governor by my advice, is to turn every Taraba farmer into a minimum millionaire. We do not expect, we do not want our farmers to only produce the food they eat. Everybody must produce the food he eats, must produce the income he needs for the education of his children, must produce the income he needs for the future of the children. So the whole target of the TEFA's objective in agriculture is to turn agriculture into a business endeavor and to turn every farmer into an investor and make sure every farmer in Taraba State will not be what he was 20 years ago. Everybody will be forward-looking, everybody will be successful, everybody will be satisfied that we.
Speaking at the event, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Security, Professor Nicholas Oliver Namasin, emphasized the administration's unwavering support for smallholder farmers. He said the free fertilizer distribution, now in its fourth phase, clearly shows that food security is a top priority for the state and that the government is keeping small-scale farmers at the heart of its agricultural strategy.
Excellency, sir. Since the inception of your administration in May 2020, the agricultural sector has witnessed a tremendous transformation as a result of the effective strategies initiated to harness metric tons of rice and maize respectively. But with the various interventions and other measures that you have put in place, Your Excellency, the current administration, such as the provision of farm inputs, tractors, and so many of the land area that were able to cultivate using the tractors, the new statistical data of rice stood at 1,725,864 metric tons and 806,206 metric tons of maize, which significantly show a high rise and an astronomical rise in the production level. Similarly, other crops such as sorghum, yam, cassava, soya, beans, sesame have also witnessed tremendous increase. This is the fourth time, Your Excellency, the current administration is embarking on fertilizer distribution to farmers in the state since it came on board. For instance, in 2023, Your Excellency, and 2024, the state government, under the pragmatic leadership of your leadership, Dr. Bukevas, procured and distributed 49,200 bags, representing 2,460 metric tons of assorted fertilizer to farmers at 50% subsidy. In the same vein, during the 2024-2025 dry season farming, the state government distributed over 30,600 bags, representing 1,530 metric tons of fertilizer for free during the dry season. Today, as we speak, Your Excellency, we have in our warehouses a stockpile of assorted fertilizers, which will be distributed after this occasion to farmers, especially farmers' cooperative groups. This is how we are going to approach it. We are going to be targeting these farmer cooperative groups in our wards and our local government.
Representing the farming community, Honorable Tanko Bobo appreciated the support. He said the assistance will boost productivity, improve harvest, and bring hope to rural areas where many rely on farming for survival. Mrs. Esther Kenneth, speaking on behalf of women farmers, described the initiative as a game changer. She noted that improved access to fertilizer will increase food supply, raise income, and empower more women in agriculture. In a closing remark, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, Mrs. Sarah Ali, urged the beneficiaries to use the fertilizer strictly for farming. She reminded the farmers that the fertilizers are not for resale, but a vital investment in their farm and food production. She called for responsible use to ensure the intended benefits are achieved.
Your Excellency, you are our dynamic and people-oriented governor. I want to say your unwavering support and visionary leadership have made this initiative possible, so we are grateful. Our prayer to God is that He will strengthen, protect, and continue to guide you. Thirdly, I want to speak to our farmers, our hardworking farmers. We celebrate you as a ministry. You are the backbone of our food system, and your tireless effort ensures sustenance for our people. So as you receive this fertilizer, I want to advise you that you should understand that this support is more than just an input. It is a symbol of trust, of hope, and of a better future. So please, don't turn this opportunity given to you into a business venture. What I'm trying to say here is that use it on your farm so that there will be bumper harvest. Let your commitment encourage the government to do even more.
The event ended on a celebratory note with the Taraba State Cultural Troupe performing to mark what many described as a turning point in the state's agricultural development. Lillian Yakubu reporting for Som TV.
Senator Reverend Barnos Dauda Yero, representing Adamawa State Southern Senatorial District, sponsored a statewide chess competition that witnessed enthusiastic participation from schools across the state to foster critical thinking and intellectual development among secondary school students. Som TV correspondent Ojoma Yusuf from Yola completes the story.
Foster critical thinking and intellectual development among secondary school students. Senator Reverend Barnos Dauda Yero, representing Adamawa Southern Senatorial District, sponsored a statewide chess competition that witnessed enthusiastic participation from all schools across the state. The tournament, officially titled Senator Barnos School Chess Tournament, was organized by Queen V Chess Academy in collaboration with Nigerian School Sports Federation. The third edition of the annual event brought together young minds from both urban and displaced community, with the EYN IDP camp in Malkoi emerging as the overall winner. Speaking to journalists shortly after the event, Senator Barnos highlighted passions for chess and its role in shaping the minds of the youth. The senator commended the tournament and encouraged students to continue engaging in activities that would positively change their perspective and intellectual abilities. Vivian Ibrahim, founder of Queen V Chess Academy and driving force behind the tournament, expressed her gratitude to Senator Barnos for his support and opportunity. He describes chess as a transformative game that can only reshaping her life, but also connect her with influential individuals across the globe.
I'm really happy encouraging students and young children to take on this game and play it, because internationally, game is one of the best sports. We have a chess Olympiad where the best players of the world converge and play tournaments, and you have grandmasters.
Playing chess is a war on the chessboard. You go to war with your mind. When you capture opponent's king, that's it, and that's life. You have to be very careful and very strategic.
Let them not worry that they will not do. Let them just put it into practice. Let them practice it more and more. They will be able to pick it up.
The tournament further cemented Senator Bino Sierro's reputation as a lawmaker and also committed to the empowerment of youth education and social development initiative. I am Ojoma Yusuf for Some TV News.
The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission has issued new guidelines for electricity distribution companies on engaging third-party bill collection agents. The directive, effective immediately, mandates only licensed agents with Central Bank of Nigeria approval and verified payment system can operate. It prohibits cash payments and seeks to digitalize revenue collections across all channels. Maximum commission caps were introduced, while large-scale customers will not incur collection fees. Discos must submit existing contracts for compliance within 90 days for face sanctions. The move aims to boost transparency, protect consumers, and support Nigerians' transition to a cashless economy. The federal government has launched a digital village pilot project in Igboa to Gwagwalada FCT, providing free internet access to over 12,000 residents to bridge the digital divide and support the group of Nigerians' digital economy. Minister of Communication Dr. Basum Tijani highlighted that more than 20 million Nigerians remain without telecom access, hindering healthcare, education, security, and economic participation. The project facilitates telemedicine, remote learning, and digital connectivity, laying the groundwork for increased access to online services. E-commerce and digital jobs, supported by Hawaii and Global.com. The initiative prioritizes undeserved northern communities and includes the distribution of low-cost smartphones to enhance digital inclusion. Officials encourage residents to protect the infrastructure and fully leverage its economic and educational benefits. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo congratulated President Bola Tinubu on his second year in office, praising his economic reform and leadership. He highlighted achievements such as fuel subsidy removal, forex unification, and youth-focused initiative. Ododo affirmed Kogi's support for federal policies and ongoing effort to boost clean energy, infrastructure, and public transport in the state. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo congratulated the president. Ongoing effort to boost clean energy. The Senate has approved the Federal Capital Territories 2025 budget of 1.81 trillion naira, presented by Senator Mohammed Ibrahim. The budget was harmonized with input from both legislative chambers and will be funded through projected revenues. It allocated 150.35 billion naira to personnel cuts, 35 to 0.5 million to overheads, and 1.31 trillion to capital projects. The budget aimed to enhance infrastructure, service delivery, and address security and healthcare challenges in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. Minister Nyesom Wike emphasized the urgent need for improved healthcare and a strategic security framework, citing new diagnostic equipment as part of broader healthcare reform. The Jigawa state government is partnering with India's Srinivasa farm to revamp its poultry sector during an agricultural investment tour to India. Governor Umar Namadi led a delegation to the company's headquarters in Hyderabad, where both sides agreed on 8 key collaboration areas, including disease control, hackery technology, biosecurity, training, research, and feed improvement. The deal is expected to be formalized through a memorandum of understanding in the coming weeks. Governor Namadi said the partnership aligned with Jigawa's broader economic agenda and positioned the state as future hub for poultry excellence in Nigeria. Let's take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back with more exciting updates on Super Media Television. Please don't go away.
Are you ready to advance your career in health and management? Higher Ground College of Health and Management Sciences invites ambitious students to pursue excellence in dynamic learning environments. Why choose us? Our institution offers a transformative educational experience, combining education excellence and practical skills. We provide a cutting-edge curriculum with hands-on training, mentorship from industry professionals, networking opportunities for career growth, and leadership development for global impact. The programs offered include BSc, Medical Laboratory Science, Nursing Science, Environmental Health Science, Public Health, Community Health, and Health Economic. We also offer HND in Public Nursing. Our facilities: modern computer and medical labs, research centers and digital libraries, and interactive learning spaces and study zones. Who can apply? Aspiring professionals in health and management can apply. Working individuals seeking career advancement can also apply. International students looking for a global learning environment are also key applicants. Application requirements are 5 SSC credits, including English and Mathematics, JAM and entrance exam scores, medical report, birth certificate, local government industry letter, recommendation letters. Why Higher Ground? We offer work-study programs, flexible payment, and a supportive academic environment. Apply today. Visit www.highergroundcollege.edu or our campuses at Lab opposite VCJ Jalingo, Taraba State, and opposite Army Barracks, Tako, Taraba State. Take the first step towards a brighter future. Choose Higher Ground College.
Welcome back. We're glad you're still here with us. Coming up next are the international business, sports, and entertainment news. On the international news, the U.S. federal court in Manhattan has blocked the Trump administration's attempt to impose broad traffic on imports, ruling that the government lacked the legal authority to enforce the measures. The court found that the administration's use of the 1977 International Emergency Economic Power Act was invalid, stating that only Congress can regulate international threats. The tariff targeting key partners, including China, Mexico, and Canada, were introduced as part of Trump's efforts to combat drug trafficking and illegal immigration. The lawsuit, filed by the Liberty Justice Center and joined by several U.S. states, argued the tariff amounted to an unconstitutional tax. New York Attorney General Letitia James welcomed the ruling, warning the levies could have worsened inflation and caused job losses. The White House criticized the decision and signaled plans to appeal. Though some tariff remains under other legal frameworks, the court ordered the administration to begin rolling back the brother mergers within 10 days. Market responded positively with gains in U.S. future and Asian stock and a stronger dollar. On business news, the Revenue Mobilization Allocated and Fiscal Commission has inaugurated an anti-corruption and transparency unit at its Abuja headquarters to strengthen transparency and ethical governance. Representing RMFC Chairman Dr. Mohammed Shehu, Federal Commissioner Honorable Ismail Agagta urged members to act with integrity and national interest. The unit is expected to enhance internal control and reinforce the Commission's stance against corruption. The Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, represented by Mr. Olusegun Adigun, praised the move and outlined ACTU's role in risk assessments. In monitoring and preliminary investigations, RMFC's officials pledged full support for the unit's operation and values. In pursuance of economic development of Nigeria, the federal government has inaugurated a 7-member committee to plan the first National Industrial Manpower Development Summit, aimed at advancing Nigerians' industrial growth through skilled workforce development. Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, Senator John Owan Eno, said the summit aligned with President Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, emphasizing skill-based, people-driven industrialization. The committee will coordinate stakeholders, design the summit agenda, and ensure implementation. Presidential aides Adamson Ayinda and ITF Director General Oluwatoyin Ogun highlighted the importance of manpower development in economic diversification and pledged support for the initiative. On entertainment news, the federal government, through the National Agency for Prohibitions of Trafficking in Person, has summoned singer Darlington Okoye, known as Speed Darlington, over allegations of sexual misconduct with a minor. The summons follows outrage after Speed Darlington claimed during an Instagram live that he had sex with a 15-year-old girl. The Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency reported the matter to NAPTIP for investigation. Although Speed Darlington later apologized and said his comments were part of promoting a new song, NAPTIP confirmed it will question him and warn of further action if he fails to comply. On sport news, report has it that 6 Nigerian footballers won league title across Europe in the 2024-2025 season, continuing a strong run of international success. Victor Osimhen, on loan at Galatasaray, led the Turkish club to a domestic double, scoring 36 goals in all competitions and setting a new record for the most goals by a foreign player in a single Turkish season. Christy Uchebe claimed her 5th consecutive Portuguese league title with SL Benfica and a 4th straight league, further solidifying her place in European women's football history. Peter Olainka helped Red Star Belgrade secure the Serbian Super League title. Adding to his growing collections of European trophies, Ada Anderson Estike and Tosin Kehinde contributed to Ferencvaros' dominance campaign in Hungary, helping the club clinch another title. In Malta, Hamza Mohamed Sani played